Hello, welcome back to Trailer Trash. So today we're gonna watch the trailer to the Fantastic Four. I guess first steps. They're going balls deep with this one. They're even putting a subtitle so that sequels are, on the books, in talks, as it were. I said I wouldn't cover it, but I, for one, figured might as well because superhero movies do get a lot of views, even if most of them are probably, downvotes, but whatever. Also, someone in a comment section for a previous Trailer Trash recommended it, so I thought I'd check it out. Recommended it because of how bad it looks, so we'll see.
Wow, folks, we all know the story. Four brave astronauts head up into space and come back forever changed.
It's true, we do all know the story. Fantastic Four is interesting because I never cared for it personally as a comic book series. And so much so I didn't care for it. I never even saw the original two movies. Jessica Alba, there are other people there. I can't think of any of their names right now. That series, two movies, right? At least. Didn't even bother going to see those. I just didn't care enough or at all. Which, to my understanding, those movies were okay. And then, of course, there's that new one that came out that was terrible. Everybody hated it. Never saw that one either. And so now there's this one. What I find interesting, though, is apparently this one's also looking bad. People have a lot to say negative about this, just from, trailers and who knows, other random bullshit happening behind the scenes that people don't like. And it's a fascinating case because, typically with movies, it's you can only go so far to one extreme before it sort of bounces back, right? Even retrospectively, the Star Wars trilogies, you make a trilogy that's so bad, suddenly the trilogy people claim was bad, they start thinking, oh, actually it's not that bad, that kind of thing. So decent movies, really bad movie, you think, especially since there's not even that big of a gap between this new movie and that shitty one, you think there'd be some leeway, some people being like, oh, well, at least it's not that, right? It's fascinating to me.
This car?
Our city, our planet, owe a debt to these intrepid souls. And while we can never repay them, we can certainly celebrate them.
Thank you, Fantastic Four.
Thank you.
Thank you, Fantastic Four!
Please welcome the Fantastic Four.
It's a period piece even. We're going with the Art Deco style, which, let's be honest, I kind of dig that. I love that shit. I like the first Captain America movie. Is it called First Avenger? Because it's a period piece. That's fun. I like superhero / period piece mixes. I just like period piece movies. Turns out, Fear Below, that was a period piece, and I don't even like shark movies, but I'd go see that. How many times can I say period piece?
Herbie, how's that sauce looking? Okay. That is fantastic.
You're late.
What do you mean?
What do you mean, what do I mean? You're late for dinner.
Yes, we are.
You late?
I just said that.
Are you pregnant?
What? You're gonna be the best mom in the world. And you are gonna be the best dad. Just kidding. You are out of your depth. We are gonna be the best uncles ever.
We can do this. Nothing's going to change.
On that ominous note, is this movie just superhero? Is this like the Fantastic Four? Is this like The Incredibles, but without the whole going to an island, fighting a supervillain? Is that it? The home life of a superhero family, except for the Thing. The Thing kind of gets the shaft, unfortunately. Speaking of the Thing shaft, you think that thing's solid rock, like the rest of them?
Are you the protectors of this world?
Yes, we are.
Your planet is now marked for death.
That's what people don't like about it. Well, Silver Surfer is a woman. Just to be honest, it's back and forth with me, especially when it's something I don't give a shit about, like Silver Surfer or the Fantastic Four even. Why make it a woman other than to get this free publicity? It is obviously done on purpose to get people to talk about this movie. But why? Like, it just make a good Fantastic Four. Why pull this whole, like, get people outraged over nothing? You're not helping anybody. You're making yourselves look bad. You're making people who make a big deal out of it look bad. Like, just don't do it. Like, what's the point?
It's my fault. I stretched the bounds of space. And they hurt.
Are we safe?
I don't know.
There's not enough time.
I'm not giving up.
Who? It just occurred to me, they had a baby, right? In the comic, did they? It just now I realized I don't know who the baby is. I don't know. I mean, again, don't know the Fantastic Four story, but typically when two superheroes have a kid, that's the whole Jean Grey and Cyclops. You know, Cable, like that's a whole thing. It's their kid. I can't think of any other examples, but right, it's, you think the Fantastic Four's baby would have gone and done something, would be recognizable. But again, maybe unless you follow the comics, it's just, or they just never had a kid. Either or. That's interesting, though.
We will face this together. We will fight it together. As a family. Has to be us.
Yes, it has to be you. That's the best part about superhero movies, that all take place in the same universe. You know, the connected world of Marvel superheroes. Silver Surfer storms in, is like, are you the protectors of this world, realm, whatever? Well, I mean, them and the Avengers and the X-Men and Excalibur and X-Force and all these other Spider-Man. No, just Fantastic. They're just us. Like, it's a bit silly.
We will protect you.
Is that supposed to be Galactus? Because the proportions aren't quite right. If that is who that's supposed to be, it could be anybody, I'm sure. Wait, wasn't there? Who? See, I don't follow superhero movies anymore. What was the Doctor Doom? Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom. What was that all about? What movie was that for? Because I would have assumed it would have been this one, unless it's gonna go the route of Spider-Man 3, where it's just every villain they can fit into one movie. Again, I don't care enough about the Fantastic Four to give a shit about this. I like the 50s look. It's 50s, 60s, 70s, whatever time period. That probably ties in somewhat to when they came out too. Like the style, it's like when their comics first came out, that's canonically when they start becoming the superheroes in our own world, right? I could see that. That'd be kind of neat. Then again, at the same time, Spider-Man would be like, I don't know, in his 80s. But yeah, I like the style. The effects don't look too bad. I was a little worried they waited until the very end of the trailer to actually show them doing their superpower, well, except for the Thing, doing their superpowers. So throughout the whole thing, I'm like, oh, is it? Are we just not showing that yet? Again, is this like they're just regular people? They don't jump into they don't use their superpowers that often. But yeah, apparently there's a big bad, and they do use their powers, and they look like you'd imagine they look, probably better than the original. Because wasn't that a thing about the newer one that came out, was that it was the origin of them getting their powers, and then it kind of stops once they get their powers, so you never get to see them actually be superheroes. It was just an origin story type deal. Again, never saw it. But yeah, I wonder if a lot of what makes it seem bad is the Silver Surfer being a woman thing. Because other than that, it looks like a Fantastic Four movie. Yeah. See what the comments have to say. Top comment: it's cool that they hired Downey to play the role of Johnny Storm. Yeah, who is Johnny Storm? I didn't recognize that actor. I mean, didn't recognize any of the people in there besides Pedro, which that guy gets around. It's another classic case of, you're in one movie that people love, so just toss you into everything else. What was the thing I saw? Unless it was made up, John Krasinski did he play Mr. Fantastic in something? Like some spin-off offshoot Marvel film? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw it, and I was like, I could see that. John Krasinski, old bearded Jim. This is funny. This guy says Silver Surfette, which apparently in another language is just surfer. Now, this is interesting. Can someone explain why Silver Surfer is now Silver Surfer Girl? The reply says, because it's been that way in the comics since early 2001. Has it really? Oh, that's weird. 2000, that can't be, because in 2001 was when, and also in Marvel Snap, no, it's always been a guy. Or, as much of a guy as you can be when you look like, a Capri Sun. Looks fantastic. There's a lot of those in this. So Galactus is Godzilla big? I thought he was Unicron big. Guess they didn't want to spend any money making the Thing or Silver Surfer voices synthesized in any way. They sound plain. Why would the Thing's voice be synthesized? I guess he kind of has like a gravel, but you don't have to synthesize it. You act that out. I didn't notice the Thing's voice. Does he not sound Thing-like? Jesus. Wait, there's a... Jesus. How do you say that accent? Christ, stop casting this guy for everything. Yeah. I mean, that's what I said. This reply, though, says, why are you complaining, dude? Pedro looks good. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Simple. See, that's the problem. Just because he looks good doesn't mean he has to be in something. He looks good. He sure does. There's a lot of actors who look good. Are they in everything all the time? Not all of them. A reply to that says, it's not that Pedro doesn't look good and Daddy's not a great actor. God damn it, you made me say that. It's that he's in every freaking movie coming out of Hollywood. And that is why I watch the foreign movie industry. You don't see the same faces, and they're that much better. Also, I think you watch movies from the foreign movie industry, the official foreign movie industry, probably because English isn't your first language. I'm just assuming, because you're just throwing commas left and right here, man. I know people are peeved about the Silver Surfer being a surfette, so to speak, but it's not like the female surfer isn't taken from the source material, so I can look past that. My only two gripes are that, one, I hate that they cast Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic because dude is literally in everything and I just don't think he is right for the role. And two, the outfits look ridiculously bad, even for the 1960s. I'm supposed by that the smartest man in the world decided to use wool or whatever the hell that white parts are made of in their outfits, particularly for Johnny Storm. I sincerely hope they aren't going to say that gaudy drip is supposed to be the MCU equivalent of unstable molecules. I mean, even looking at it from simply function over style POV, they're bad. I'm going to stop you right there because I don't know if this is a nerd moment or potentially gay. It's one of the two. Maybe both. So yeah, from what I can gather, just from this trailer alone and, you know, the peanut gallery here, doesn't look great because Pedro Pascal isn't everything, and Silver Surfer's female, which according to people, I'm getting mixed signals. Some people are like, it has been a female for a long time, and also it's an alternate universe Silver Surfer, which, you know, yeah, comic books, I can believe they pulled that shit as well. I just don't care enough about the Fantastic Four to really see any potential to it. I mean, superhero movies are fun. One person commented, I just have to point out because it's ridiculous. Mindless entertainment with M&M's and Coca-Cola Classic, brought to you by McDonald's. O'Reilly's Auto Parts. Ow! There's O'Reilly's everywhere because we have an O'Reilly's, so I get that. It's their ad slogan anyway. But it's like, yeah, that's how superhero movies should be. Like, they don't need to be these great thinkers, intellectually driven, you know, best picture awards kind of bullshit. It's just a summer movie. It's meant to be fun, right? Where the fun is, I couldn't tell you because, again, I just don't care enough. But the trailer looks fine, and I could also see people's complaints. Again, female Silver Surfer. Again, Pedro Pascal. As far as the clothing design choice and the fabric and all that, I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you if what's good or bad about that. But apparently someone had an opinion on that. So yeah, there's Fantastic Four. First steps, maybe. First, because they have a baby. First steps. I get it. Also, again, probably so they can have sequels. Do you guys remember the Warcraft movie? Whatever happened to the Warcraft movie? Because then this start off, it was just called the Warcraft movie, but then later they changed it to like Warcraft the Beginning or something, so they can obviously feed more. Like, that just stopped, huh? Okay. Maybe they're going to pull a James Cameron's Avatar and, you know, just wait a couple of decades more and then you'll get your sequel. Anyway, see you guys tomorrow.